I'm sorry, this is the last time. I won't go to the casino anymore. It's the last time. Today is definitely a day to win, so sorry, eat first. Wait a minute, Mom. Didn't you say you were going to quit the casino? Hey. What? You didn't prepare anything for dinner, did you? Wait a minute. Mom. Oh no. She's gone. My mother is addicted to gambling. It was also the reason for her divorce from my father. When they divorced, my mother cried and said to us, "I'll stop going to the casino, come with me. I can't live alone." Believing in those words, we decided to follow our mother. However, she betrayed our trust in just 6 months. My younger brother's friend saw my mother at the casino prize exchange. Mom, you said you were going to work part-time that day and left home, right? Did you lie to me? I'm your mother, I wouldn't lie to my daughter. What does it matter? I go to the supermarket every day and cook food. I work at a bar at night. I've been working hard to raise you. Even if I let off some steam at the casino, nothing bad will happen. Certainly, my mother supported our family in place of my father who had a chronic illness. At that time, when my father was hospitalized for a long time, my younger brother was still young and I was still a junior high school student who couldn't work part-time yet. So my mother worked double shifts day and night alone to support our family. There was a sense of guilt at that time, so even though my mother became obsessed with the casino and spent our family's money, my father endured it for many years. My mother was quite shocked when they finally got divorced and said she had learned her lesson from the casino. But it only lasted 6 months. I understand. It's okay to go out and relieve stress occasionally. But promise me? Don't threaten our family finances. If you break that promise, I'll leave with William. I understand. It's okay, because it's just for fun. I'll make sure not to bother Dorothy or William. We learned that those words were quickly overturned on a winter day 3 years after I graduated from high school and started working at a local real estate company. Mom, this postcard says it's a credit card company's reminder letter. What does that mean? Huh? Oh. No, it's nothing, it's nothing. Mom, are you making debts at the casino? No, this is different. What's different? Mom. Did you lie to us again? Suddenly, my mother apologized. I'm sorry. Mom did too much. Why? You promised me. Just play within limits. Really, I just wanted to play at first. But then I lost, I was going to get it back right away. Please forgive me. I always say that no one wins at the casino. If someone wins at the casino, they would have already become rich and quit the casino. Why do people keep playing at casinos for so long? Because everyone is losing and trying to get their money back. We talked about this together last time when we went to see the owner of the casino's house together. Do you remember? I remember. Dorothy said that Mom might have given him one whole door as a gift. That's right. People who play at casinos become their prey. Like spiders wrapping insects tightly with threads and sucking nutrients out of them, those people use your desire for money to wrap you up tightly like that. So they suck up all the money that Mom worked hard for and get fat on it without any gratitude or appreciation from Mom. Don't you realize that when you notice it, you will be left with only bones and skin? Mom. But the magazine had a winning strategy in it. What? How much was that magazine? It was $12, but why? Then, think about it this way. If you had a dreamlike winning strategy that would guarantee you to win at the casino, would you teach it to strangers for $12? No, I wouldn't. Not for $12 or any amount of money. After all, I must have worked hard to come up with it. I'll make money on my own. That's right. But as I said earlier, there is no such thing as a winning strategy in the first place. Even if there was one, would anyone teach it to others for thousands of dollars? Those people say there is a winning strategy and sell magazines. They're happy if the magazine sells. Do you think they're writing it because they really want you to make money? I don't think so. That's right. Casinos just try to deceive people who flock to them with sweet honey that makes it look like they can make money. It's like the gold rush. Gold rush? In America? Yes. People from all over the world gathered in America in the 1850s to dig for gold. Certainly, some people struck it rich, but they were few and far between. Who do you think made the most money? Someone who hit the jackpot. That's not true. After striking it rich, most people sought even bigger fortunes and ruined themselves. That's what it means to be blinded by gold and addicted to gambling. The person who made the most money was the one who transported those who dug up the gold by railroad. It wasn't someone who had a desire for gold, but someone who used that desire and made the most money. I see. I was used. That's right. So don't ever go to a casino again. Can you promise me this time with me and William? I understand, I'm really sorry this time. I promise. And Dorothy, about payment. When I asked her about it in detail, she had multiple credit card companies revolving payment debts and owed almost $1,600 just in interest payments. After talking with my mother, we decided that I would pay $1,600 from my salary and I would manage all household finances. I had one dream. It was for my younger brother to go to college. I gave up going to college for economic reasons and started working at a local real estate company. Sis, don't push yourself too hard for me. I'll work after high school. No, William. You're smart enough. But sis is smart too. But all the money Dad sent for tuition was spent by Mom at the casino. That's why sis couldn't go to college? William, did you know about that story? Yeah, I heard Mom talking about it by chance. Don't tell Dad about it, okay? Mom will be bad-mouthed again if you do. I think this way too. Even if you work harder than your college graduate colleagues doing the same job, your salary will be much lower than theirs. Is that really true? That's why I don't want William to feel this way. I joined a major real estate company in my hometown after graduating from high school and was only allowed to do miscellaneous tasks such as copying in my first year. However, by making materials on my computer without rotting away and being careful with my work, I was able to gain the trust of my superiors and seniors. From my second year on, I was able to participate as support in projects that female high school graduates had never participated in before, but my salary was still only about 70% of that of college graduate employees. Don't worry about money and study hard. But it's okay. There are many ways to make money these days. Thank you, sis. So I spent my days supporting my brother's studies while repaying my mother's debt of $1,600 every month. One day an incident occurred. Ding dong. The doorbell rang. When I went out to see what it was a newspaper collection. My brother and I don't read newspapers, but we subscribe because my mother won't read them unless they're on paper. My wallet was empty, so I borrowed my mother's wallet from the table and paid for the newspaper. Thank you for your hard work. When I returned after paying for the newspaper at the entranceway, I happened to meet my mother. She saw me holding her wallet and changed her tune. Hey! That's not my wallet. Did you steal my money, Dorothy? My mother suddenly shouted in anger. My younger brother, who was studying, came out of his room to see what was going on. That's not true. No, you stole my money. When did you start stealing? Did you think it was okay, because I didn't notice? You thief. Get out of this house. Wait a minute. I couldn't understand how you could think that I would steal your wallet when I was repaying $1,600 every month and only a few $100s were in your wallet. That's right, Mom. Dorothy is not that kind of person. You too, William? Are you two in cahoots? What? It was hopeless. She had always been like this. Nothing I said would change her. Her eyes changed as soon as money was involved. It was the moment when I realized that she would always be obsessed with money and never change. If that's the case, she can lose something important and regret it later. I decided to leave. Okay. Fine. I'll gladly leave this house. William, we're leaving. Prepare your study materials and clothes for 2 or 3 days. Wait a minute, Dorothy. Mom should apologize. I won't apologize. I don't have a head to apologize to a thief. William, hurry up. Okay. We quickly packed our things. As we were about to leave the house, my mother's voice chased after us. Both of you, never come back here again. I would never come back to this house again. That was my firm decision as I closed the door. My mother contacted me half a month later. Her credit card company's revolving payment became uncollectible because my entire salary had not been deposited and they called to demand payment. I'm sorry, Dorothy. I wasn't myself then. I'm having trouble paying because I couldn't make the payment. I'm really in trouble now. I don't know anything about it. You're the one who said not to cross the threshold again. When I hung up the phone coldly, my brother's cell phone rang immediately. Yes, we're okay. Yes, my sister rented a room for us. It seemed that my mother was pretending to be a worried mother who cared about us. My brother hung up his mobile phone looking helpless. Sis, Mom wants to talk to you one more time. Please. Please meet her just once more? I'm done. William is too kind to Mom. Later on, my mother came to our place. Wow. This is a really nice apartment. Did Dorothy rent it? My younger brother answered for me since I didn't say anything. Yes. We bought all these appliances with cash, too. The store clerk was surprised. My sister is amazing, she has a side job too. Really? It's news to me that Dorothy has a side job. You lied again. Did you think that I could pay $1,600 every month with just my salary? Didn't you realize that something was going on? Shameless. Actually, my hobby is reading books, and although I didn't have any money when I was young, I went to the library frequently and now have almost all of the famous English and American literature works covered. So I uploaded book reviews on YouTube little by little. At first, there were few subscribers, but gradually it became popular and now it earns advertising revenue equivalent to a monthly salary. You don't have to worry about us once you know how we're doing. Just go home quickly. Dorothy. Please forgive me. Your mother wasn't herself then and is really having trouble now. I don't know anything about it. You're the one who said not to cross the threshold again. My mother bowed her head with both hands together. Looking back now, it's frustrating how much of these blatant apologies I've swallowed so far. I won't do it anymore. Until now, I thought it was repayment for raising me and endured it, but I'm not stupid enough to repay someone who said such things to me. You called me a thief, do you remember? Your obsession with money is too strong. That's why you can't stop going to casinos and why your daughter looks like a thief. I'm sick of it already. Being swayed by your lies or being scolded by you. No matter what I say, you'll never change. You'll say that you'll change from today, but I won't believe it anymore because you've betrayed me so many times that I can no longer trust you. Do you understand? What if your daughter said anything and thought she would be forgiven? Even your daughter can be hurt. I'm really sorry. If I can't pay back the money, I'm really in trouble. If you can't pay back the debt alone, why don't you file for bankruptcy or something? What? If a mother files for bankruptcy, it will affect William's future. Then it's okay. Didn't you see the nameplate? We re-registered under Dad's name. What? Now both William and I have no legal or moral obligation to repay your debt. You're alone. Legally and practically. But I raised you so hard. Crying won't help. You're not the only one who raised me. All mothers in the world are raising their children with all their might. And they don't call their daughters thieves. You doubted what shouldn't be doubted and said what shouldn't be said. That's why I'm apologizing. It's a vicious circle, and there's no end to it. When I thought that, my brother spoke up. Give up. Mom. Dorothy is right. You use too much abusive language. Even I thought it was too much. It may be unnecessary meddling, but you should give up your obsession with money. Please live honestly. It's not too late to start now. My brother gently consoled our mother, who was crying with both hands on the floor. When he gently patted her back, she gradually stopped crying. I was relieved that she would stay quiet like this, but it didn't last long. Suddenly, my mother pushed my brother's hand away. You ungrateful brats. I don't need your help anymore. She then knocked over the coffee and cake on the table, made a fuss, and left the room with a loud noise. My brother and I were so surprised by this sudden event that we didn't know what was going on and just stood there with our mouths open. There was a moment of silence, as if time had stopped. Then we looked at each other and burst out laughing while rolling around. Several months later, my brother passed his first choice university and graduated this spring after 4 years. I plan to get married to someone I promised a future with after my brother graduates. I haven't seen my mother since then. According to what I heard from relatives, my mother filed for bankruptcy after that, but still can't stop going to casinos. From now on, I won't worry about my mother and will build a happy family with my brother in a good relationship.